Hi guys, I thought I'd give you a little bit of a demo to help you get started with the Module 12 homework. So part of the homework involves writing an Apache Spark analytic, and I recommended using Jupyter notebooks to do it. So there's a package called Anaconda, and Anaconda is basically it's a large gathering of different packages, so things like SciPy, NumPy, which are popular analytic libraries, Python distributions, pandas, which are a data structure for data analysis. There's lots and lots and lots of useful Python libraries rolled into one sort of distribution. So I thought, since Conda contains Jupyter, I thought I'd show you the quickest way I could think of to install it to help you on your way with the homework this week. So I spun up an Ubuntu 16.04 VM in VirtualBox. And the tip that I would give you right off the bat is make sure you allocate at least 20 and maybe 30 gigs if you have it. It's okay to thin provision that space, but the Anaconda install is big. The first time I did it with a 10 gig virtual machine, I only had a couple hundred megs left and I had to start over. So my recommendation to you is use a VM that's at least 20 gigs in size. Then head on over to Google, and you see here I just quickly Googled how to install Anaconda, and the first link gives you instructions here on where to download the Anaconda installer. So I downloaded the Anaconda installer, the 64-bit version for Linux. So I'm going to take you through the steps and show you how to actually install it. I'm going to pop open the terminal window here. Okay, and so since I downloaded it, it's in my home directory under the downloads folder. So I'm just going to go ahead and do bash home downloads Anaconda. And the script is going to prompt me for a few things. So I'm just going to accept the defaults here pretty much. I'm going to press enter, press the space bar until I get to the bottom. Of course, we accept the license terms. And then I'm just going to take the default, it's going to install it into my home directory. So I'm just going to press enter again. You get a brief pause here, but it's going to set up some home environment variables for the installation. And then it's going to blow through a fairly large number of packages. So I'll probably just be silent here for a couple minutes. It takes about anywhere from 4 to 6 minutes for Anaconda to install all the packages. So I'll just be silent here, but when I go to upload the video, I'll go ahead and cut out that 4 or 5 minutes of uncomfortable, awkward silence. So it should take you about 4 to 6 minutes, but you'll probably see in this video that I've condensed it into something much, much smaller, but don't feel bad. You probably got it just right. So having said that, I'll let the install proceed, and then I'll catch up with you guys as soon as that's done. Okay, it looks like the installation is completed, so do we want to put do we want to prepend Anaconda to our bash rc path environment variable? So yes, we definitely want to do this. I'm going to go ahead and say yes here. Okay, and the Anaconda 2 should be installed successfully. So looking over here at number 4, it says for the changes to take effect, please close and reopen your terminal window. So I'll go ahead and do that now. Close the terminal and open it back up. Okay, so here it is. You can type which, Conda. Okay, good. So we see home jcove by Anaconda 2 bin Conda. So it looks like it was installed successfully. So there's a way here for us to test our installation. We can list the Anaconda packages by just doing a simple Conda list. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we see it's searching for packages and gives us a whole long list. So specifically, we'll go ahead and type grep for Jupyter. Okay, so we can see that it looks like the Jupyter notebooks were installed. So we'll go ahead and say which Jupyter, just to be doubly sure, and there it is. So to start a Jupyter notebook, we just go to the command line, we hit a Jupyter notebook. And it should open it up for us in a browser. Okay, and here we are. You can see that we have access to our local directories. You should look familiar. So if I look under the downloads folder, for example, I should see my Anaconda shell script, which exactly this is what I just ran. Okay, so there you go. That's a quick way to install Jupyter Notebook. I think it'll be helpful for you guys in your Module 12 homework. And now that we're here at our Jupyter Notebook home screen, or the Jupyter Notebook dashboard, I just wanted to very quickly run through how to start a new notebook with you and show you a little bit about why it's useful. Let's go ahead and assume that I'm doing my development out of the Documents directory here, which is the Documents directory in my local home folder, my VM. I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and I'm going to go over here to New, and under Notebook, I'm going to select Python 2 Notebook. You see it said create a new notebook with Python 2, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's going to spin up a very nice interface in the browser, which is actually a real Python 2 interpreter. So we can type our Python code here, and we can run it in discrete chunks, which is pretty nice, as you'll see. And we can actually view the outputs. So I'm going to go ahead and just give it a simple print command. And I'm going to run it. And you can see that it gave me my output right here. So these are pretty useful because we can just continue to add on to our code. So once I'm convinced that that's working, I can say print hello world. And I can say if true, hello Joe 2. So I'm going to go ahead and just run this. And it's going to run this bit of code right here, which of course it prints both because true is always true. And we can actually make a copy of this notebook. We can rename it, we can save it, we can download it for use elsewhere. So we can export these notebooks in LaTeX. We can, for your homework, for example, or for PDF. We can actually export the Python code as a .py file. We can export the notebook and give it to someone else. You can save and create checkpoints along the way, and we can just give it a name here, my first notebook. Okay, and we can save it. And that's all there is to it. So now if we go back to the Jupyter home screen and under our Documents folder, you're going to see my first notebook.ipy notebook. Okay, so that's just a very quick introduction on how to create a Jupyter notebook, how to save it, and how to run the Python interpreter from within Jupyter. Hopefully you find it useful. I think I'll probably go ahead and try to show you guys a quick example of how to install Apache Spark and then run a very simplistic Spark analytic on the NASA dataset. So please just go ahead and stay tuned for that if you're interested.